Yo, what's going on, people? I'm doing a video in response to Kid Organic's video that he did in response to Jada Black concerning that whole Issa Rae and Childish Gambino swirling argument, right? And shout out to my subscribers, new and old. Shout outs to Kid Organic. Okay. Now, Kid Organic said something in his video. He was saying that he noticed that guys who marry outside of the black community, they're still somewhat loyal to the black community while the women are not. Okay. Also, Jada Black was speaking about, he spoke about many things in regards to the whole Issa Rae and Childish Gambino argument, but he mentioned that if Childish Gambino was not a star, if he was broke, which many of us know, if he was a broke guy, wasn't on TV, wasn't Hollywood, a lot of these black females would not care about what he do with his penis, okay? I'm gonna let you hear something from this YouTuber. I heard it today, and I'll let you hear it. Give me a second.
So I'm making this video in response to the New Possibilities video, the difference between Donald Glover and Issa Rae. In my opinion, there is no difference between Donald Glover and Issa Rae. He's trying to make a difference, but Issa Rae is verbally advocating for interracial relationships, and Donald Glover is showing that he advocates for interracial relationships because of his relationship. He's married to a non-black woman. He's procreated with a non-black woman, so that means his wealth is going into the Caucasian community.
So you guys heard that. Now, her concern, which is not only her concern, but I should mention that further down in her video, she said that she's not penis watching, okay? But she's speaking how females think. She just said that with Donald Glover, Childish Gambino, being married to a woman who's not black, his wealth is going to that woman or going to that woman's community. You see, that's what these women care about. I asked a question in one of my previous videos, why do women want to get married? Men, listen. Women do not love. They will respect you. They'll submit to you. Remember when, what's her name? Superhead, when she wrote all those books of confession, she said she respected a particular white guy, which was Bill Maher. Of all the guys she was with, she respected him. She also spoke about some guy she called Huggy Bear or whatever. Some people speculated it was Method Man, but she spoke about Bill Maher, how much she respected him. Women do not love. They love what you can give them. They love what you can afford them. This female here, she's a female YouTuber, Olivia R. I have no beef with her. I don't, because I'm sub to her. But their concerns is where your money goes. That's what they're concerned about, where your money goes. Now the thing is that, I'll get back to that. Let me show you guys something else. I'll let you hear what Kid Organic had to say.
And I did a video about LA millennial black males. If you seen that video, then you know that Glover fit that description. Okay? The educated lane. He's going to do what he wants to do. He understands he's black. He may date interracially. However, he still has a loyalty to his blackness. And one thing I can say about black male artists, millionaires, even though they date interracially, they still do for black people. I often said this in numerous videos. I do not celebrate holidays. No American holidays. However, when holiday time come around, who do you see feeding the neighborhoods, giving out presents, workshops? It's black men. And not only just black men who date interracially. Okay? So, Donald Glover, he understands that, listen, before I got big, no one was checking for me. He understands.
Okay, you heard that. That was Kid Organic. And he's actually right. Because when you look at black men who marry interracially, they're still connected to the black community. It's not so with black women when they go over on the other side. And I'll explain that to you right now. This is Ephesians. As you guys know, I read the Bible. I haven't read the Bible in years. I read the Bible front to back like a novel 3 times in 2010. Was it? No, not 2010. It's 2005. I still remember a lot of things from the Bible, okay? Now it says here in Ephesians, it says, wives, submit yourselves to your own husbands as you do to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to go further down here to verse 25. It says, husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. Okay? Now, why did I read that? Notice it didn't say here, wives, love your husbands. It says, submit to your husband. Because women cannot love. I might be wrong, but based on what I've observed, they can't love. They think they love you, but what they do is they respect you, or they have submitted themselves to you. I might be wrong. I'm not a guru, but the thing is, when women submit themselves to men, they are the property of that man. You don't have to agree with what I'm saying, okay? Nature never lies. Nature never lies. I remember I was talking to a female last year and she told me that women desire to be owned, which is why women take pride in saying, I am his wife. Okay? Now, when a female is married to a white guy, she's owned by him, which means she's owned and she belongs to that community of his. Which is why, what's his name? Gary Owens, his wife, had no issues calling Michael Blackson a nigger, because she had to defend her husband or be on the side of her husband, which in turn means being on the side of the community she married. Which is why you find that most women who marry on the other side, they coon a lot. Eve, Crystalline Carrison, and a lot of these females who marry white men, they coon a lot. That Tia Tamira female on The Real. because that's the community they now belong to. When white women marry black men, notice they cannot go back to the white community. Because the white community will not accept them. Because now they belong to the black community because you are married to the black man. Now, why is it that the female now belongs to the community of the man she marries? I'll show you. Now, this is Genesis 15:5. This is about Abraham. He, as in God, took him, Abraham, outside and said, look up at the stars and look up at the sky and count the stars, if indeed you can count them. Then he said to him as in Abraham, so shall your offspring be. Now, why did I read that? Notice God didn't take Sarah out there and say, so shall your offspring be. He didn't do it to a female. Why did he do it to Abraham? Because men are the progenitors of the community. The community is the man. He's the protector, the provider. He owns the community. He does. Every other race of people on this planet understand that, except black men. And this is why when black men marry white women, you don't see them coon too much. They don't. They still have that connection to the black community because they are the community. They are a part of the community. They didn't go anywhere. Because the white women they marry to, the white women don't own the white community. The white women have to come over here to the black community to be with the black men who are the community. Just like when the black women married the white men, essentially they moved over to the white community because the white community is the white man. He controls that community. Which is why they try to destroy the black men in the black community and hand it over to the black women because the black community belongs to the black men. And this is why black men who marry interracially, they still have that connection to the black community because they didn't go anywhere. They're still here. The black females now and the white females, they submit themselves to whoever they get married to, which means they submit themselves to the community in which that man comes from. Hence why during the holidays, you don't find black women who marry interracially doing anything for the black community because she doesn't belong to the black community anymore because her husband is not of the black community. And which is why you find a lot of white women who marry black men, they go so hard for the black community because it's now their home and they cannot go back to the white community because the white community will not accept them. Which is why a lot of white women, they toe the line and they're very careful and they try not to sleep with black men because they know that once they sleep with black men, they cannot go back to the white community because they will be rejected. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.